I'm rolling with FD.
I am rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
We are rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
We got alphas and bros in the house.
That's right.
Peace out, my brother.
Woo!
I'm rolling with the F to the D.
Learn something new every day when you're rolling with FD.
We are rolling with FD, baby.
I roll with one person, and that's FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
You
I
gotta
love
love
it,
it,
man.
man.
Hey, Renee, who you rolling with?
Rolling with FD.
Hey, Matt. Rolling with FD.
You don't have to ask. I'm rolling with FD.
My man. C. Bless. Who you rolling with?
I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD.
That's how you just rolling, right? That's the whole thing, right? You roll with it.
I'm rolling with FD.
Manny and Jeremy, who you rolling with?
We're rolling with FD. We don't want to get our asses kicked.
My man, Dan, the card man. I appreciate you, dog. You gotta let the people know who you rolling with.
Well, obviously I'm rolling with FD.
I'm rolling with FD, baby.
Chasing Cardboard is rolling with FD.
Rolling with FD.
What's up, y'all? It's 12/12/2024. I'm here with Big Jon.
What's up, everybody?
And I'm sitting here watching Dre Greenlaw run back on the field for the 49ers. You remember how he hurt himself in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, running off the field.
Just running on the field. So, Cat really a very bad injury right by his knee joint. I'm happy to see him back if he wanted to be back. Scored the game at 6-3.
Punt fest.
Yeah. We'll see what's up. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I'm happy to be here.
We do so much to talk about. We got awards, we got rumors going around. You know, we got people fighting. It's a lot.
Well, we know we're gonna get to this papoose.
Yeah, we got
Point tonight because I don't think Remy Ma. This ain't no Nicki Minaj situation here.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah.
But before we get to all that, I got to start out with who's winning the Heisman.
Who's winning or who should win?
No, who's going to walk away with the hardware?
Gentry.
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't think he should. I just think that the Sanders hate is going to come to play.
No, you can't deny it. We've never seen, I'm going to say this at the top of my lungs. We've never seen, so we saw Charles Woodson, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not Charles Woodson. We've never seen a player. Big Jon, you've played sports. I remember I played on a team that had a player win a major award. And that player was a running back. And we would run the ball. Seriously. Some games, we only ran the ball. We only threw the ball 10, 15, 12 times a game. We may run the ball 65 times a game, 70 times a game. There were some games that we tried to keep count of how much time we spent in between plays and make sure we knew how many plays we were going to generate. The goal was 60 to 65. We got well above that. So some games we were running 70 plays, running plays. This man, and we will be exhausted after the game. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about wide receivers blocking, quarterback taking his steps, because that thing is no joke. To get your proper footwork, no joke. Tight ends, block downs, curl routes, whatever you want to call it. Travis Hunter is playing 135, 140 plays a game at a high level. I don't see how anybody else walks away with that award. We've never seen that in modern football. So I don't know.
And he's doing it at a high level. It's not like he just won the Doak Campbell Award, so it's not like he's a bad cornerback doing it both ways. Sure. He had almost double-digit touchdowns as a receiver.
Yes.
Like 5 interceptions and like four defensive touchdowns, forced fumbles. You know, So he deserves it. He deserves it. But this thing is, we old fogies and don't like Dion, so we're not going to give his players the award.
If that's the case, okay, so let's go Big Jon's route. Let's say Travis Hunter does not win. Take the Heisman Trophy and burn it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that award means, because the award is for the best football player in college, not the guy who has a lot of running yards and is a good player at Boise State.
Right.
Just my opinion.
He's the best football player playing.
Yes, by far.
He's the best running back. Yes. But Travis Hunter brings more and does more.
Well, he's already saying, he did an interview with the Pivot, and he's already saying he wants to play both ways in the NFL. And if you're a team that drafts him and you don't want him to play both sides, why are you drafting him?
Yep. Now he ain't got to play every play both sides.
No.
Right? He can be your nickel.
Yes.
Coming off, and if you're going to use him in a lot of players' offense, he can come back and be a nickel cornerback. He doesn't have to be a one. He's probably not a one right off the bat coming out of college in the NFL.
Yes.
Probably going a nickel coming out. He's on the sides, but he's probably a nickel coming out of college.
Well, Dion challenged him at Jackson State and said, hey, if you want to play both sides of the ball, you better show me what you're going to do on defense.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't show me that, you're just talking. And Travis said, okay, I'm going to show you what's up. I've never seen a person, and we're talking about his recuperation, the steps he goes through when you don't see him. When that game is over, I've seen certain clips of what he's doing. 140 plays? I don't even know what he's doing. I mean, you would be exhausted until probably that Thursday, Friday before the game if you were doing that. If any other play, his nutrition has to be right. His water intake has to be right. He's got to be on certain vitamins that he's taking. He's just on another level, man.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's naturally energetic anyway, and always walking around and talking and doing something anyway. But your buddy Dom.
What's up, Dom?
Happy birthday, man. Today's your birthday?
No, this is a running joke me and Dom have from when I'm on Huddle's podcast.
Okay.
Every time you see me, he tells me happy birthday.
Oh, okay.
It's our thing. That's my boy. Dom, what kind of socks you got on tonight?
Oh, what kind of socks? I heard that.
Listen, we got friends, big FD.
Hey, you gotta have them. You gotta have them.
We have a good time. But back to Travis Hunter, right? And he was in the news a lot. You got him and his girl saying that he wasn't his type, he wasn't her type, but this was back in high school. So
yeah, I heard that, but when people say that, do you know what your type is in high school?
At 16?
What the hell? Do you know what your type is? If you do, then you're rare. Your buddy Don says I got on my company socks, free pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with her saying. I guess that's how she feels. She's expressing herself. But my first question was, do you know what your type is?
Yeah, I mean, at 16, do you know what your type is? So I don't read. Everybody else reading much into it, but
at 16, my type was in it. Okay, I feel it. All right.
If you like me, I like you. Back at 16. So,
also, Travis was asked, what was his fiance talking about at the end of the last game?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really reveal that. He didn't really talk about that.
He didn't talk about, but we did mention about what she goes to in the stands.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure fans being fans were saying something out of pocket.
But my thing is this. Why is she sitting in the stands?
Maybe
because when Tracy Edmonds came to the game and Dion's first wife came to the game, they were sitting in the box. They were upstairs. Maybe she wants to be there, but if you know you're sitting in the stands, you're going to hear some stuff. We used to be at games where fans will go through. One time we played North Dakota. Fans were going through the what is it called? The
tunnel?
The what?
You was going through the tunnel?
No, when you get the little pamphlet, the book that breaks down the game. The what?
The gates?
No, when you get into the game and you get the book that tells you Big Jon is from Chicago, he went to this high school. They got the whole roster, the program.
Yeah,
they would go through the program, and if there was any facts about you, if it had your mother's name, your father's name, your sister's name, anything like that, your high school coach's name, they were on you saying different things. There were players that mom jokes were just running rampant. So if you're sitting in the stands or something, and you're like Travis Hunter's fiance, everybody knows who you are. You're going to hear all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You got to prepare yourself for that. If not, there's a box up top that would just chill.
When you still get in the box, you seen Kevin Hart and LeBron in the box, and that fan was walking by, was yelling, talking about Diddy parties.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. I guess it can happen there. I think that's where that stadium is configured, because there are some boxes that window is shut. I'm not hearing what you're talking about, but there are boxes where that thing is open. Speaking of
the playoff structure, the 12 teams in the playoffs.
Do you want to see Indiana in the bowl game?
Nah.
There's a few other teams in there that's just like Indiana.
I feel
but it's all good. Things have to rotate. Marketing has to take place.
Mm-hmm.
Things have to rotate. Indiana has deserved to be there by their record. Who else is in there?
SMU. I think SMU should be out.
SMU shocked me.
Yeah.
So those teams are going to be there, but let's see if they get smashed or not.
We'll see. So they're saying they should be a NIT for football now, since that's just way too many games.
I don't see that.
That's just way too many games.
We're going to go 16 games before we go NIT for football.
Yeah.
16 teams, I mean.
Maybe 16 games, because
that was years ago. We didn't see 12 teams, so who knows?
But I think a NIT is more ridiculous than the bowl games. So you're going to have teams playing multiple meaningless games to say they were the best of the last 13 whatever teams.
And then when you see them there, let's say you go to a meaningless game, you're a pretty high draft pick, and what happens to you?
Yeah.
Oh, so let me ask this question. We're talking about Colorado. There have been some people saying and thinking that Travis Hunter, Shedeur, Shiloh, anybody going to the pros, there are some other people on that team that have NFL candidacy around their name. If they play in the bowl games, that's the wrong move. What do you think about that, Big Jon?
People can shut up. They've been saying that for years. Remember, they used to say that. Remember after Jadeveon Clowney had that big hit against Michigan, the whole thing said he shouldn't even play the whole next year.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be number one draft pick. He shouldn't even play the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And play a ball game. If you choose not to play a ball game, I'm fine with it. But play a ball game, right?
Let me ask you this stuff. Who didn't play a bowl game and balled out in the NFL?
I don't know.
I can name a lot of people who didn't.
Mm-hmm.
The one that comes to mind is Florida State, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
He hasn't balled out. There's several other people you can name that. Now, if you don't play the ball game.
Ooh, sorry.
You see that hit?
Yeah, I just seen that.
I saw that. Yeah. Flag on the play.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't play in the bowl game, you're telling me you want to ride the hype. So like pounding, you got a big hit. Just ride it out. Leave stuff to people's imagination so they still draft you high.
I don't remember a person who had a bad bowl game and it dropped the draft stock.
No, I think guys are just scared of getting hurt. Stafford's trying to stiffen people.
Yeah,
and he put his knee in jeopardy. And that was a wild play, man. Those are the kind of plays that end the quarterback's career. It's a wild play. Does it mean anything about who wins this game, though?
Playoff implications. You know, they're both trying to make it in there. I don't think either team has a chance to win it, though.
I foresee that the 49ers are broken up after this year. A lot of players are going someplace else. Starting with Deebo Samuel.
Yeah. I think that needs to be reinvented. That team needs to be reinvented. I think they got a decent quarterback in Brock Purdy.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, when you say decent, like compare who's below that barometer and what's decent?
Below that barometer, Geno Smith.
If I had a real game happening, I'd rather have Geno than Brock Purdy.
Nah. No. I would take Purdy. I would take Purdy and his upside over Geno Smith, over Sam Darnold too.
I'll take Purdy over Sam Darnold.
But I think Sam Darnold's a decent enough starting quarterback. I don't think you need playmakers around him, but this offense is not. They're been hurt. This offense doesn't have the playmakers that he can benefit from. He's not going to make a play like a Stafford will or young Aaron Rodgers will. But if you got the right pieces around him, he'll be good serviceable. He's a good game manager. Decent.
What's up, Johnny? What's going on? So, is Purdy a Pro Bowler? Let's go down. Let's talk about some things right now.
No, I don't think this year. Not about stats.
Has he ever been a Pro Bowler?
No. Well, Super Bowl, no.
No. Will he ever be a Pro Bowler?
Probably too.
I don't think so. He's gonna have less talent. He is playing with the most talent that he's probably gonna have for a while. And there are a few quarterbacks like this. We talk about them, the media talks about them a lot, but they're not picking up any awards. They're not. I don't know what achievements there are here. Now, in every sport, there are guys in the NBA that people are talking about.
We're gonna get to the NBA. Trust me.
We will see about my man Purdy. Oh, hold up. Is Stafford acting like he's hurt? Hold up. Stafford's acting like he's. Oh, wow. Really? You're stiff arming people? Because you know what you do when you stiff arm, right? Just so everybody knows. When I tackle you, I'm throwing every ounce of my body weight on you.
Everything I got going on that arm.
Everything. What's new and exciting in the hobby, man?
Did you see? You're not on Whatnot, right?
No, not really.
All right. Chat, I'm going to say some positive things about Car JQ and Jeff Wilson. They showed about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minute show, mainly giveaways. They were trying to break the record for most giveaways in an hour. I think it's like 70 something. They gave her like about 90 to 100. No, 100. They gave over 120 things from packs of cards, T-shirts, and it wasn't nothing major. They gave away, I think, a hobby box of Topps Chrome. What was the football Topps Composite? They gave away a Breakers the Light box, pulled the AR auto out of that. But they gave away a couple hobby boxes, but it's mainly like Allen and Ginger packs, baseball top packs. It was fun, but Jeff was having fun, talking, had a couple beers. He was letting it loose, and it was cool.
Okay.
They were running hobby packs for like Allen and Ginger, top series 2 baseball, top of the baseball, and like some soccer product for half off. Basically, like I picked up an Allen and Ginger hobby pack for $6. They normally go for like 12 to 15, depending on what shops you go into.
Okay.
And they were gone in like 5 seconds. It was like 3,000 people in the room. They were running them 1,000 at a time, and they were just flying off. So, props off to the shipping team who was going to be getting that stuff out because they had like over 5,000 orders last night, like an hour.
Okay.
So it was cool. Like I was in there. I think our boys from the Quiet Car podcast was watching it on Instagram, but it was really, entertaining to watch. So
Jeff handling his business, huh?
Yeah. It was really fun to watch, and the thing about it, he wasn't peddling anything. Right, they were giveaways like $3 pack of a hobby pack of top series 2 baseball. That's basically giving it away, even though it costs $3. That's because. So, I thought it was fun, and all the tips were going to the shipping teams. People were tipping. And he said all the tips would go to the shipping team. So
that's cool.
That was really cool. That was a good thing seeing the hobby.
So it sounds like he was able to show his, that he's a person.
Yep.
Not only marketing Cards HQ, but also marketing the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming there were a lot of people on that probably they're new to the hobby, probably learning some things about the hobby. Yep. It's cool to see events like that.
Other than that, what we got? We got Beckett, probably going out of business or getting bought sooner.
Let me just ask you this. I like to play devil's advocate on stuff. So if the owner of a company has a legal issue, from a business sense, how does that impact the company?
Well, because apparently he was skimming money. So now there's less money in that budget.
Well, he was skimming money from where though?
I don't know what part of the company, but
was it really from Beckett itself?
Or they were not. So even if you don't know where he was skimming money from, all the acquisitions they've made since he's been owner, he wasn't finishing those payments to those as well. Like there's 5 lawsuits from companies they bought that they never finished paying out.
Let me just say this, okay? Let me just throw something out there. I could be crazy, but I don't think I am. There are some companies that I know of that have grown tremendously by not really paying people. And definitely not paying them on time. Let me say that again. There have been companies in the United States of this America that have grown tremendously, but not really paying people and not paying them on time. And then seeing, do you have the intestinal fortitude to really take me to court? Or how are you going to get your money? Well, I'm using those dollars to continue to grow my business.
But they haven't shown anything to be growing the business.
Oh, I get it. I get that. But I'm just saying this. When I hear people start talking about Beckett's going out of business because the owner is doing this, that's not necessarily true. There are many businesses that have grown from the owner deciding, I'm not really going to pay people. Now, if he was taking money for himself, totally different argument, totally different conversation. But I do know several businesses that have grown from not paying people and not paying them on time.
But I believe he was taking money for himself. And that's where the problem comes in. But take that aside, right? What has Beckett done to make you want to go grade with him?
Well, the biggest thing that I've said since their announcement at the National that was 24 or 48 hours in length, is that there is no interaction. You got Nat Turner, you got the gentleman at SGC. He talks less after PSA acquired them. What's his name, sir? Pete, yes. You hear less from him after PSA acquired him, like I would think. You can't have a brand that's really owned by another brand and there's a slow acquisition going on there where you keep hearing from two different people. So I kind of thought that. We don't hear from Beckett.
Nope.
We don't know their strategy, what they're trying to do. And when you hear from a business, you can't come out and ask people permission. Did anybody tell you, hey, we're going to raise the price of a quarter pounder?
Nope.
What do you think about that? Did anybody tell you we're going to raise the price of milk and eggs? What do y'all think about that? Nobody's saying this. Or groceries in general. Nobody's or gas. Mm-hmm. Nobody's asking for permission. So do what you do, run your business, and then have people respond to how you run your business. Mm-hmm. It's what you have to do. So Beckett, you don't hear from him. I would say at this point, I guess you're so far in. I just don't know if their model matches what's popular today or what people want. So people actually want less information. They don't want to know upgrades.
They are only good for if you think you can get a black label. Yeah. Right? And it's mostly in TCG.
Okay, yeah.
And shout out to Neo because Tops Now cars. Like Tops Now black labels are like a 40% rate at BGS.
Well, there's some black labels that there are a lot of black labels.
Mm-hmm. So if you want a black label, that's not the only thing you can really go to them for TCG and for trying to get a black label. You know, but a TCG 9.5 sells as much as a CSG 10. And less than a PSA 10 or a PSA 9. So you're really just
how did we get here? Because there was a time in 2002 where Beckett was cars in their slabs, like all these old Jordans. That's why they're there. Mm-hmm. At a higher value than PSA.
Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered.
So what did PSA do?
Huh?
What did they do? They improved the quality of their slab. They made it harder to counterfeit. Mm-hmm. That was a big knock on PSA back in the day. I remember when the label up top would crinkle and do all that in humidity. They got rid of all of that. And PSA is continuously re-engineering their slabs. They didn't ask anybody's permission about that. Nope. About a year ago, new slabs started coming out.
They just came out with a new die cut slab today.
Yeah. Nobody's asking you their permission. You actually hear from an individual on a regular basis. He does interviews. He's at the National. I've seen the guy. I've talked to the guy. He's living and breathing.
I think the most thing that PSA has done, besides be visible, is listen and then make decisions.
And they respond.
They're listening beforehand, not afterwards.
Oh, even like recently with Curse Car Care. They put out a statement proactively talking about Curse Car Care.
Yep.
Now, will they be able to catch every car that's been cleaned? No. Well, at least they addressed it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're BGS and you're sitting there, why wouldn't you try to do some of this?
Well, I think that people in there who want to and people hire them told them no because they don't really care. I'm gonna make this money and keep making this money and put it in my pocket, and I don't really care.
Like literally, in my pocket, literally.
Yeah, as long as I can put it in my pocket, I don't care. I worry about that when I can't put no more money in my pocket.
Must be the case.
So again, but you look at like with these graded companies, you look at the situation that BGS is in, currently now. If you are a person who doesn't like PSA, a person who doesn't like SGC, do you give these tags, arena club type places your money to grade your cards? Just off principle, you don't like these other companies. Do you take that risk and be a guinea pig for a new company, or do you just not grade your cards at all and say, I'm going to keep everything raw in a mag?
Nate says, I remember when you would get a check back in the day, going to cash it and hope it would from company.
I hope it would cash?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
A lot of these places have grown by not really paying bills.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to think most of our entrepreneurs that have been very successful were a step away from being on the street.
Well, even companies now, they run off debt.
Yes.
Nike does it. You know, they run off debt. And I keep selling my debt off.
Yes.
And taking these loans, and even though I'm showing billion-dollar profits,
yes,
keep buying debt.
Yes, it's like when you went over your aunt's house, and the house looked so clean until you went into that one room.
Mm-hmm.
When you went into that one room, you saw what the rest of the house looked like probably a day before you got there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just some things in the hobby that I hear, and I'm like, how do people think businesses run? But if he's putting money in his pocket, that's a whole nother ball of wax.
We'll see. You got so many people. We got the one breaker that owed David Adams like $1 billion from not paying for product, and they still breaking. I feel like we hear these stories.
Now, to me,
6 months.
Like you and I kind of briefly discussed this. I just don't know. How do you get to $1 million?
I don't know.
What happened at 250,000? What happened at 300, 400, 700? Did you think it was like, oh, they about to send it? Don't worry, they about to. Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. But these may be principles and steps that go on all the time. We just don't hear about it. Because other than that, how do some of these breakers stay in business?
I don't know. Especially if you're doing repacks, they need the money to go buy.
Yeah.
So they can sell these repacks.
Brendan says Fanatics signed a 20-year contract, tells us they are long-term play, as horrible as that sounds. Brendan, I would say this as an advocate, as a comeback to that. Juan Soto just signed a $15 million contract with the Mets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go up on a tall tree with a short limb, and I'm gonna say in 15 years he's not playing for the Mets.
Nope.
So, a 20-year contract. It sounds good. It makes people believe in something, but it doesn't mean that business is going to be running 20 years, 15 years, 10 years.
So speaking about his contract, so what I've seen online, I don't know how true it is, but Cohen is basically betting his contract on with Dogecoin. So he put the value of his contract into Dogecoin, and with the expected it to yield $50 million in interest every year.
Isn't that a smart move?
It's a smart move if it works. It's a very smart move.
Why wouldn't it work though?
I mean, it all depends on what side of crypto that you're on, right?
Oh, okay, I get you. Okay, but in the shorter term, I'm saying under 10 years, I think that's a better move than doing nothing.
No, but it is. But if it works out, This is free. Soto's playing for free because it's not costing him any money. He put the whole value in it up front, and he's going to get the $50 million each year. And when it's over, he can take his initial value back and get his $750 back. So it's a G. The one thing about baseball with not having a salary cap, as long as you can afford it, you can get them. And it's amazing how what Steve Cohen is doing to maneuver the money around. And same thing with the Dodgers. I'm gonna pay you $1 million a year, then defer the last to the end, and I deal with it then. So, which tells you that all these billionaires, because no MLB owner is broke.
No.
And they're all great business people.
Yes.
Could, if they wanted to win, they could pay. They could find a way if they wanted to win.
Yeah, that's what we talked about last week. But why you care about that when your investment is increasing in double digits year after year, if not more? Why care? But then we bring Soto in to keep you interested, make you watch something. Well, we ain't trying to win around here. That's what I was saying today. Whatever Soto said at today's press conference, I didn't get a chance to watch it.
The only thing I seen him say is that he hadn't talked to his former Yankees teammates since the World Series, basically.
Okay, so he didn't get into "I'm here to win." I can't wait to get in that dugout.
Not that I know of.
Oh yeah, because if he said anything like that, he's fabricated.
Well, he already won his championship. Remember, he got a championship his rookie year.
Yeah, he's good to go. He says, "I'm not going to be Derek Jeter. I'm not going to try. I'm about to get paid." Brendan, Fanatics. Oh, we already talked about that. I'm about to get paid, man. What about Cam Ward? Where's he going? People saying Cam Ward is going to the Giants. Other people say Shedeur Sanders is going to the Giants. I don't think Shedeur Sanders going to the Giants.
No, because they don't know who their coach is going to be. It won't be Dayball.
Would you send your child to a chaotic situation too?
No. Not if I had a choice in it.
Would you send your child, if you're working in Colorado, would you send your child across the country?
Not if I gotta say it.
Dion's already said his kids are not playing in cold weather states. This is my point. Do people feel like it's cool for Eli Manning to say, well, he's not going, and other people can't say that?
Yeah, of course.
Why?
We know why.
Because, people thought Eli was crazy as hell when he came out and said that.
Yeah. The same thing with Phillip Rivers.
That man's forgot about.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about it. That's hilarious.
But I mean, pick and choose, right? You've earned the right to have that privilege to make these decisions.
Phillip Rivers. What's the last thing you heard that man?
Go to Brendan's comment.
They should appreciate these contracts like a lease purchase option, 4-year option to buy.
They do. Juan Soto's contract is 15 years. Opt out of 4 years, and if the Mets want to keep him, they have to pay him another $5 million a year for the next 11 years. So Soto can opt out, and the Mets could say, "I don't want to pay you no more," and he can go out and get another 15-year contract.
And this is why he won't be there for 15 years. Sounds good. Feels good.
Nobody.
He said, FD, where do you see Soto, if not by the end of his bonkers contract of not being with the Mets? He's going to do like Big Jon's talking about. He's going to try to shop himself Even if he doesn't do well the first 2 years, he's going to try to improve his play year 3 and 4 and shop himself someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't be in New York. He won't be a Met. I don't see that. That franchise has done nothing as long as I've been alive. Has done anything.
He will be with the Mets the same way Bryce Harper is going to be with Philly till the last 3 to 4 years of his contract.
How long has Bryce Harper been with Philly right now?
I want to say, Dom, is it 4 or 5 years now? He got like a 10, 12-year contract when he went to Philly. Nobody with these long contracts are going to finish out those teams because they'll trade them off or cut them and just pay them. So Bryce Harper signed a $13 year, $330 million contract.
Last year, he hit 285, 30 home runs, 87 RBIs, 157 hits. Bryce Harper ever been an MVP?
Yes. He's been with them since 2019. So now at age 31, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years left on that deal.
Two-time NL MVP.
And he,
yeah, I think
never won a World Series.
I think it's a great comparison. Never won a World Series, but I think that's a great comparison between Soto and Bryce Harper.
So when you look down to 2027, when he's 33, 34, and they still can get something for him, and he still has name value.
Because Harper is 32.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Dom is a Mets fan.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
I feel for him. It's been real, Dom. What was Dom with?
You look at that type of contract, and it's going to be the same thing with Ohtani. Ohtani won't finish that contract, and they're still going to pay him. The best thing
Ohtani might be. It's different with Ohtani, bro. Ohtani might be a Dodger for a long time.
He won't finish the end of the contract as a Dodger.
Pretty sure it's very important to Ohtani. The Japanese and Asian population of every city he's potentially going to go to. Like it has been for those who preceded him. Where is he going to go besides LA?
I can trade you to Seattle. I can trade you to San Diego. I can trade you to San Francisco.
You know how long Ichiro was in Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Places with great Asian communities. I can trade you to Chicago to the Cubs.
I'm just telling you that thing don't flow that way with people that's not from this country.
I understand that. But when he gets to 36, 37, and he's not the two-way player, and they paying him $50 million, and when they can get something back for them,
there's been no precedent. But does there been a precedent on that?
No.
A foreign player paid that to that level. What happened in that career? There's been no precedent yet.
No, but again, Ichiro didn't finish the end of his career in Seattle.
No, he didn't. But he played all but 2 seasons?
Yeah. So again, wait till when 10 years from now, when that contract got 2-3 years left, they're gonna be like, all right, are we in a position to win? What do we do?
Yeah, Harper went to Philly and then the Nats won the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Never felt right, huh?
No, I didn't feel right. He went to Philly.
But your buddy Dom, let me know, how long have you been a Mets fan? And how did that? Where's Dom from? How did that start? I don't meet too many Met fans, so I'm in awe. How did it kick off? Otani is the golden goose. I'm just saying. What else does Otani do? He's already a Hall of Famer, right? Doesn't really need to do anything else, right?
Baseball? No, not for baseball. I don't know. He's not. I think it's what? What is the rule? I think the rule is like 80 WAR. Once you reach a total of 80 WAR, you're pretty much a Hall of Famer in baseball from analytics. I think he's close.
Where is he at right now?
I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to research that and find that.
3-time MVP, 50-50 guy. I got 7.0.
He's at 41.6 WAR.
Okay. And what number does he need to get to be Hall of Fame?
The average Hall of Fame WAR 5 per year. Between 50 and 70. That's so he's got to do a little more. But the average WAR is between 50 and 70 in the Hall of Fame. Wins above replacements.
Interesting. Quite interesting.
But we haven't talked. What do you think about the MLB patches being hit, coming out, the debut patches?
I don't want to be a pessimist, man. But I just see certain things. To me, it's like you take those hot pads, and you put them on, and you press the button, and you give a shock to the system, and you try to get that heartbeat going. Right?
Yep.
That's what those patches are. Most people never see him in their lifetime. You never see him. Paul Skeens, if he becomes what they're saying he's going to become, you'll see that in a museum before you ever see the card. But so there's going to be a bunch of patches of players that won't pan out. So only going to be a few patches of players that they're going to be notable for you to talk about.
I think there's a couple of things good about the patches. You got a lot of players who are creating fan experiences, whether they're buying them from the fan or trading it for gear. You got a lot of players who are not the big time players. This is the biggest card or best card they may ever have of themselves from that debut patch going after it. So you got a lot of involvement from these players, so involvement in the hobby, involvement with their team's fans. So I think all that's good. That's why
that all sounds good in the marketing room. That also, what you just said, and this is what other people have said. That's why we have these patches. This sounds good in a marketing room, right? Won't mean a thing in less than a year.
But I'm not talking about marketing. I'm talking about it's good. It's good to see these players actively trying to get the hobby. We see the marketing is let me get the Jake Pauls and let's walk Tom Brady through here. But it's actually see baseball players actually collecting their cards and going out there and hey, I'm creating these experiences for fans. So let's just say you pull who's LA, not Otani. So let's say freaking Mookie Betts was a rookie and he wasn't that good, and you pulled his debut patch, and when I worked out a deal for a couple $100 and some signed gear, and you get to come out to the park. That's a good fan experience, right?
To me, that's a short-term marketing ploy. That doesn't reoccur every year. That's not going to get. That makes people want to open packs right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a sustainable growth engine. That's not.
So how come? Because next year you get a whole new crop of MLB debut patches and a whole new crop of hype. And then after that, you get a whole new crop, and you get. Why
don't you bring me? Okay, that's cool. Bring me something from multiple games throughout the season. Go out, put the work in. I just don't want a patch that you put on to start a market employee. Why is that patch even on the jersey? To be on that card.
Mm-hmm.
That patch is not there for any other reason. We've watched baseball all our lives. We've never seen that patch. That patch is there to generate something at some point. Actually lay out a plan. You know, what cars am I going to be seeing? Put some engineering into what your cars look like. You know, what are the pictures going to be like? What are the colors going to be like? How rare are they going to be? Right now, we're trying to throw one-on-ones and Wimby boxes in a lot of places, man. And it's just not. It's not doing what the intention is. It is not going to. Because the consumer, I'm a person that believes consumers are very intelligent people. There are other people that come to the table that think consumers are not intelligent at all. And I can do this and this and press this button, and people are going to react, and they're not going to do that. How much? Okay, these patches are out, right? How much baseball product did that make you buy?
Me? I'm not buying any product at this moment.
I'm not buying anything. Didn't make me do anything. So I might be atypical. I don't know. But I think there are other people out there who are just seeing how this is going down and like, I don't know about that. We'll see how that plays out. But have we seen sales numbers on this product?
On the product itself, no.
No, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see that.
But all right. But I'll tell you one thing, right? When we talk about if you want to talk about down class of rookies, you look at this Bowman draft is not selling well.
Yeah, that's why we still got Wimby product coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, when you talk about hype, somebody bought I don't know. I want to show you this. I can't believe this. I just went to eBay and I just can't believe this. Somebody actually bought this. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody actually bought this Paul Skeens 101 debut patch auto drawing.
Oh yeah, I see these on here all the time. Yeah, there are some for baseball, basketball. Yeah,
$50.
And so go back up. That AJ Smith.
Yeah, 4,600.
What is that going to be? We should track that. What's that going to be worth in 6 months, a year?
AJ Smith shower had a good rookie year. Depending on how he comes back, probably $3K.
Okay, so that's a downward trend, right?
Yeah,
you're gonna see a lot of these. You're gonna see a lot of these doing that.
Well, everything goes down. This is hype.
Yeah,
this is hype right out the release.
Yeah, but we can't name 5 players. Well, we believe right now that patch is going to be significant in 2 years. I mean, that's what this is intended to do, though. Now, the cool thing about this, devil's advocate, is if you have a patch, you don't think this player is too much. You put that thing in a penny sleeve top loader and put it away, and you pull it out later. You're like, oh, wow. This guy's producing. But, I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
When I first heard about this concept, I said, then I don't know about that. It just doesn't. I hate to be. Am I a pessimist, man? Am I a person that's like?
Yes, you are.
I just think
yes, you are.
No, I don't get caught up in the buzz. I don't get hyped. Man, they bringing out patches. Man, they bring it out. I don't do that.
Okay. In general, I think I am more optimistic than you when it comes to the things in the hobby.
I wouldn't say that. No. I just feel like I just think through, what are we trying to get done here? What are we trying to get done?
That's all.
That's just like if somebody said, there are some people out there who are saying, man, the Mets signed Soto to win championships. I can't jump on that. They signed Soto to win championships. I can't jump on that, man.
I knew Soto was going to the Mets because of one reason and one reason only. Francisco Lindor. That is the Dominican player's big brother in the league. He was going there to play with Lindor. Now, whether that produces championships, yet to be seen. But I knew that was the outside of the money. The sway, if the money was even, the sway was I get to play with Francisco Lindor.
I can see that.
And if you watch the All-Star game, you watch that home run challenge, all the foreign Dominican players, they were on his coattails. Everybody. And I think for Soto, that's why he was gonna go there. Now they got good prospects. They can, from a defensive standpoint, especially in the infield, they still need some pitching. But they got really hot second half of the season. And I said it on here. Lindor, if it wasn't for 50-50 with Ohtani, Lindor was the MVP. Because he brought that team back.
Yeah.
So.
But think about how many things we thought something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Brendan says, assuming the outsourced printers in China didn't make multiples, it could have upside. You think multiples of the patch was made?
We've seen multiple super factors from top, so
yeah.
I think with debut patch that you're going to have, if you are all-star and above level player, they have potential to go up. If you are a fringe MLB player or just a regular everyday starter, your patch is not going up because your cards are not being bought. Right? The pitchers are elite pitchers, Paul Skeens, right? Or hype phenoms, LA Daily Cruises. You don't see Mookie Betts cards going for the same amount as these rookies.
So let's say Paul Skeens is the next Strasburg.
Mm-hmm.
What's up then?
So in what sense? That he flames out?
That he's throwing thunder and then he's out of the league.
Same result. It's Strasburg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you remember when Strasburg were very hot.
Mm-hmm.
Most pitchers don't last, man. If they do, their market doesn't last. Anybody talking about Verlander cards right now?
Like, you're not talking about anybody right now. Like this is the time of year where you buy baseball, where you prospect out, you get stuff that's on pennies of a dollar. You get these, you deep dive. That's what I did last year. Deep dive, got a bunch of dollar cards, able to make money off people who would be coming up the previous year, spring training. This is where you just buy the dip because there's nothing going on.
Yeah,
in
but
like,
even when you're buying, to me, even when you're buying in a dip, you gotta have a strategy there.
Yeah. But again, this is where you go look at who's in the MLB top 100, all right? Who's the top 20 of that? You go down to their team rosters, and what's their chances of making it to the league this year? Like if you held Jason Dominguez cards, if you have them, I would be getting them graded because no Soto, that opens up a spot in the outfield for him to actually play.
So let me be pessimist, right? I'm just gonna start calling that, right? People have said this about Jason Dominguez the last 3 years.
Yeah, but last 3 years are hype. He got injured last year, but he didn't have a path to play every day. They had Verdugo, they had Soto, they had Judge, and they wasn't going to play him in right field or left field over Verdugo. So now with Soto gone, he has an opportunity to get there. Same as Everson Pereira. They have how do I say this? They have an open slot. Who are you going to fill that open slot with, right?
In theory, they do.
Unless they go out and get a big name,
which I think will happen.
But again, I'm not saying buy Jason Dominguez. I'm saying if you have Jason Dominguez, you are holding him. I would be getting those ready to put out towards spring training because if he hits a 2-run home run spring training game, that hype is going to build right back up, and then you can be able to get those cards out of your possession and into somebody else's, whether it be a collector or somebody else who's looking to flip them. Like I've held BGS 9.5 Jason Dominguez card for the past 2 years, but I held it because I originally had it. I originally had one in PSA 10, sold it for $150, bought back into this one for $50.
No, I get that.
So the value never changed from it being $50. So I have no reason to want to sell it. That's what I mean. If you think somebody's going to make the major league team or get hype, who's cheap, you can. Baseball is very analytical and very research to make profit. You have to make educated guesses. And this ain't like opening packs to buy Wemby. I'm trying to see. It's a literally. The one thing I like about baseball in the hobby, you have multiple opportunities to buy and sell your cards to make profit. Like even now, right? There's still an opportunity if you think Ohtani is going to be really good. His prices have come down because there's nothing going on. If you think Soto going to the Mets is going to be great, it's time you can still make money buying his cards. Yeah, because there's no other named rookies coming out with hype next year, Dom. What other rookie do you know is going to start the league next year? There's nobody with hype. Maybe Roque Sake, when he gets signed, that's the only person who's going to have hype besides Dominguez.
I didn't want to skip over your buddy Dom's comments about when he became a Mets fan. My whole life, my aunt swayed me to the Mets when my dad was trying to get me to be a Yankees fan. I get it. Big Jon, I want to read you some stats right here. You tell me if I was a quarterback and I had these stats tonight, did I have a good game or not?
Mm-hmm.
14 of 31, 142 yards passing. That's 4.5 average. 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. Got sacked 3 times for 14 yards. 45.4 rating. Did I have a good game?
No, it's not a good game.
Can you guess who the quarterback is?
Purdy.
Brock himself.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this over and over and over and over. I'm gonna do like what's my man's name?
Marshawn
Lynch. Over and over and over and over again. The NFL figures people out. And if you can't reinvent yourself and reinvent yourself and reinvent yourself, and then this play, I threw that at you. You did this the second time I threw it at you in the game. If you can't if you can't do that, you have problems. And the elite players are the ones who can perform that action. I don't see Brock Purdy on that level. I've never seen Brock Purdy on that level. And I still will stand by. I'm 10 toes in, and I'm standing strong that the 49ers are not making the playoffs. Believe that. And then what happens? That team gets broken up.
Yeah.
Then what happens, Big Jon?
You see if Shanahan can do it with a new crop.
But my thing is this: what has Shanahan done, man? People keep talking about Shanahan. He hasn't done anything.
He's made it to the Super Bowl twice in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, when we get back to basketball, I got something I want to ask you. Just don't let me forget.
Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Jump into basketball real quick.
Steve Zerny says they called up the Purdy. They also didn't call up the CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
People don't want to talk about
it.
People are like this on that. What you talking about over there? What? They don't want to talk about it.
And you want to know who hasn't looked half bad?
Oh.
Bryce Young. You know who looked like they should have been the last quarterback drafted? Caleb Williams. So.
That's why we keep it real up in here. Don't come here if you want to hear that, it's all good.
No.
It's not all good.
I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going to watch this Bears game next Monday.
You already know what's going to happen.
And listen.
Who they playing?
I don't know. Somebody's going to beat them. I'm going to be going through all of the horror. And we come on Tuesday.
Go on, bro. Let me see who they play.
Yo, Brendan, half bad ain't a great endorsement, but when you look at what people were saying with him after the first 2 games, and if you go look at his numbers over the last games he's been starting are better than CJ Stroud.
Oh, they are. That's proven fact. Zerny said I'm wild. I'm serious. We keep it real here. That's why a lot of people can't swallow this pill. They cannot. So I heard a person say today that the Steph Curry foul last night was not a foul.
Okay. Did you watch that game?
No, I watched highlights. I was doing something. I was moving around doing something, but I saw highlights.
I watched most of that game last night. And I got a lot of questions.
Go ahead, break them down.
Who is dude with the plats? Waiter Waters the third or whatever?
Yeah, he's the guy.
Why is he getting playing time? As much playing time as he's getting. Why
I got to answer to that. Go ahead.
why are we keeping Steph Curry and Draymond Green out of the game, resting until 4 minutes left in the game?
Okay.
Not done.
I can answer all these questions.
Why, when they're out the game and Kuminga is in there, he's not demanding the ball?
Keep going, because I got the answers. Keep going.
Why?
And I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna say this like we were sitting at the barbershop. That's how I'm gonna answer this. Go ahead.
Why is the defense of the Warriors overall so good right now? Defense overall of the team is really good.
Yeah.
And then that whole last play.
Question.
Why did Curry take the shot with so much time? And I know I shouldn't question why he took that shot because he was open. But you had 3 second difference in the shot clock, and you
know that's how Curry pulls, man.
I know. I said I shouldn't question it. I said I shouldn't. But even more importantly, why when he's on the ground scrambling for the ball, are y'all trying to tie him up? Why y'all just not standing around him and not let him throw it out? They had no timeouts though. So
first question. What was the first question again? Why is Waters
in the game for so long? Why are you getting so many minutes?
Because Steve Kerr is trying to understand his rotations and who's staying and going after a trade.
What was training camp for?
Training camp has been shortened now. So you into the season, you still got to understand some things about your roster. And he's probably trying to let some other people know that your situation is not stable around here. So you better show up, or this dude will be playing in front of you. That's Steve Kerr's philosophy. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's how he gets down. What's the next question?
Well, why is Curry sitting down and Draymond sitting down to 4 minutes left in the game?
Because somebody, Steve Kerr, Mr. Steph Curry, Draymond Green, sat in the room, and they said, we're not playing those minutes early in the season. We're going to have time management without anybody talking about it. And we're going to see what these dudes can do. Because Curry is saying, I've carried this team for years now. I want to see who's here and who the hell we can get out of here and who's going to be traded or cut or whatever. But they won't be sitting here. So I could go out and bust my ass right now and win games that are close. Or I'm going to do my job and see who these dudes are. But now, when Klay Thompson comes to town, I'm going to pull out what I need to pull out that can. Then I'm going to tuck it back in. I'm going to lean back and see who these dudes are. Well, you haven't seen that level of intensity from Steph Curry since that game.
Nope.
And it's a reason. It's not because, oh, man, Steph is slipping and dipping. He can't get, nope, not about that. It's about seeing who is that person right there. What's the next question?
Why doesn't Jonathan Kuminga demand the ball when he's the number one option?
Because Jonathan Kuminga's ass is being called out right now.
Mm-hmm.
Draymond Green keeps saying it in every interview. It's time for me to sit down and see who Jonathan Kuminga is and what he's made of. Because we've seen this. We went to the media last year. We talked a whole bunch of gumbo. That's what I'm gonna call it. We talked a whole bunch of gumbo about how we should be playing, what time we should get, and I'm this and I'm that. So now you're gonna come out on this court. This is the main person that's being analyzed right now.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna come out on this court and you're gonna put the ball on the ground, and I'm gonna see what you do with it. So you better be calling for the ball. If my dominating two older guys are sitting down, I should be calling for the rock every play. I should be hungry. I should want it. So if you can't show that, then we're going to have to make a decision. But we're going to give you a lot of game film to show us what you made of. And that's why Steve Kerr came in. When Steve Kerr came out and said, Jonathan Kuminga's a 4, and we're going to play him or sit Draymond down, Jonathan Kuminga is not a 4. And everybody knows that. But we're going to put him at the 4 so we can sit Draymond down. So now we got you playing out of position. You better be busting your ass. And we know we got some athletic 4s in the league. You better be playing defense on those people before we get you up out of here. What's the next?
I think that's why was rhetorical questions. We know why Curry shot that shot because that's what he does.
That's what he does.
It's
But
who he is.
why did Pods take the last shot? That made no sense to me. And you get it beat. Pods is also on that list. You have Jonathan Kuminga. You have Pods. Won't be around too much longer, bro. When you have Steve Kerr coming out saying you need to shoot better.
See, this is the problem for the Warriors. They were just 12 and 3?
Yeah.
Not too long ago.
They're 14 and 10, bro.
Yeah. You're back down to 5th.
Yeah.
You know?
But they know they also know if they got arrested Draymond and arrested Steph and they get in the playoffs and they capitalize on this trade deadline, nobody's worried about a record. And then if they don't win a championship this year, they're working on next year.
I don't see Houston staying in the top 4.
They know that. No. I don't even see them winning the cup. They're gonna be OKC?
No.
I don't see that.
I didn't I wasn't impressed by Sagoon last night. I wasn't.
You weren't impressed by who?
Sagoon.
He's a nice player. He hasn't developed his game where he's a takeover dude, but he's a nice player.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I wasn't impressed the way the hobby is impressed with him.
Well, the hobby's looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
The hobby is squinting for something. You got to find somebody. Then people start sliding off of him when he hurt his leg. The hobby was also howling, screaming about Jalen Green.
Inconsistent.
Yeah. The hobby is also screaming about Keontae George. Uh-oh. Hold on to them LaMelo balls. Okay. Okay, Big Jon. Did you get that? Did you grab that?
I seen that.
Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, Brendan said, is Curry in decline? Okay. I want people to keep thinking that.
I want to show y'all this though. I had an NBA Cup question too. Like, what can we get NBA Cup jerseys instead of NBA Cup courts?
Somebody probably did some research somewhere that said something.
Like you can
I'm not a big fan of the courts either. Big Jon, don't be a pessimist. Though. I'm not a big fan of the courts either.
Well, let's watch this, FD.
What you got? Hold on.
Good basketball. Screen. Into the roll, pocket pass. Oh! Right over Giannis.
Hey, go.
Let's just see that again. That was good basketball. Right? You got a screen bent on, a pocket pass into a dunk. Fundamental basketball.
Giannis was so under the cup, though. He was so deep up in that thing that there's no way to really get at that.
He had no way of getting at it. And we see the get back coming.
Yeah, you know it's coming because he does not forget. Give me that, bro. Give me that. They tried to flex on him a little bit. Look at his brother. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Did you hear what he said?
But how hard is that to run a proper pick and roll in this NBA, everything is I'm in the middle of the lane. Let me find somebody open for a wide open three so they can miss it. Like, take the 2 points when it's there. I don't understand to have the most talented, skillful players to ever play the game at one time. How low the basketball IQ is.
Well, I mean, if you go to college now, do you really have to learn basketball? Your coaches are going to force you to do something different. You're one and done. This kid that just said, the kid we were talking about that just said he's going to BYU.
Yeah, AJ.
Yeah, somebody's going to force that guy to learn something?
No.
No.
Did you see Penny's interview about that NIL?
Who?
Penny Hardaway.
No. I saw him talking, but I didn't get a chance to look. What did he say?
Basically what you just said. They come with this money. There's no love for the game.
Yeah. You're getting $7 million. Go to school.
All right, hold on.
The hobby can't be misleading.
I'll put it back up.
Do you watch the Thursday Night Football program post game show?
No.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, wow. Bronny James scored 30 points in his G League road debut.
He scored 30?
30, man. 3-0. Bronny out here getting busy, y'all.
Oh, but didn't LeBron take a leave of absence?
Yeah. Nobody said what that's about, though.
What's that about?
Maybe he went to be at the game. Because you know my theory. You know. Hey, I'm not letting my baby be out of my sight.
Mm-hmm.
If he's just went through what. Nope. If he wants to go play that role game, I bet you I'm going to be there. And I bet there's going to be a staff of people there. Yep. But, I mean, they have the right to have privacy and work through that situation. Bronny out here balling on him, man.
That's good for him. Good for him.
So let's go back to the guy who found the Grammy in the storage unit.
Yeah.
I'd like to know. Okay, we know the story after he found it.
Mm-hmm.
How did Grammy get in the storage unit?
It was Roddy Rich's storage unit. They stopped paying on it.
Why is he not paying on it?
Come on, that's how storage units make their money.
Yeah, but bro, we're talking about Roddy Rich.
Yeah.
We're talking about an award that he probably never won again. Why would he leave that in that unit?
Because he's probably not the one watching his money what's getting paid for.
That's what it sounds like to me. That's how my mind works. When I first heard the story, I was like, okay, well, why is it there? Why is it there?
You already know he's cheap because he didn't want to buy it back from the guy.
It's saying some things. You know how much that award is probably worth?
Couple
We're
thousand.
just talking about some top debut picks.
Oh, he's got Nipsey on it too. So
Yeah.
probably got 10 to 20,000.
Yes.
That thing would have went to Ken Golden so fast.
Yes.
I'm like, Ken.
Out the shoe. You'd have heard him say, "Hey, do you know what I'm holding?" Yes.
Ken, sell this. I ain't dealing with it. I'm like, FD, hey, you got Ken Golden phone number? Like, I need him to sell this. So we start running. All right.
You got
my question for you.
Yes.
Taking legacy out of it, right? Taking championships, current rosters, current team management, current coaches. Which team do you think has a better chance of going or winning a championship or making a move to win a championship? The Warriors or the Miami Heat?
The Warriors. Miami Heat's not a good team.
Okay, what's that?
Are you talking about roster right now?
Roster right now, who can make a move? Which, if you have to look at it, who has the better pieces to make a move to get to a championship?
I would say the Warriors.
You think Potts and Kuminga and Wiggins are better trade options over
Yes.
Bam, Butler, Hero?
Bam's not going anywhere.
I didn't say he was. I'm just said
I'm talking about what's about to pop. Bam is not
okay.
going.
So Butler, Hero.
Nobody's giving you too much for Hero. You're not getting too much for Hero. You don't have the assets. Only person you don't get stuff for is Jimmy Butler. There's gonna be a cap on that. How old is Jimmy Butler?
Early 30s.
Hold on.
Maybe 34?
Yeah, I was putting him at 34. That's what I was about to say. You're not getting too much for Jimmy Butler?
I mean, Tyler Hero's
how many points is Jimmy Butler averaging right now?
19.
Come on, man.
But it's old Jimmy Butler. So you got Tyler Hero averaging 24 points a game.
Okay.
5 assists, 5 rebounds.
What is he shooting from the three? Because that's who he is.
NBA, I'm gonna go to Baseball Reference. NBA don't have it like. I'm on ESPN looking at it, so it doesn't have it like that.
Hold on, let me get up in this basketball reference.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to Basketball Reference.
All right. 42% from the three.
Mm-hmm. So again, when you
still not getting much wrong. I don't think so. I think you'll get a month from what else? I think the FD said the Heat. No. Yeah, probably should have.
I'm just the reason why I thought about this because we know Butler wants to get traded, or we know he wants to get traded, but this whole Shams and his agent thing is hilarious.
Who wants to get traded?
Butler. Well, keep in mind, Butler want to get paid.
That's what he wants.
He wants to get paid.
And I think he's dangling teams. I don't even know if all those teams are interested in him.
No, because Suns. Why would the Suns be interested in him?
If he goes to Golden State, he's not making them better. How's Jimmy gonna make him better?
I will always say this: if Jimmy's your number 2 or 3, you are a championship team.
I don't know about that.
If he's your 1, you're not. If you are 2 or 3, he can be your champion. He can be a champion team. Definitely an upgrade over Wiggins. He's definitely an upgrade over Kuminga. He can get his own shot and he can play defense. And he would do the little things you ask him to do.
That's what she shot the three better. I mean, he's gonna improve. He's gonna improve some things, but he's not making Golden State a championship team. That's not happening.
I differ.
I just don't see it.
I think
Butler, Steph Curry, and Draymond. You have no answer for a big.
Butler took the Heat to the finals with that roster, with Tyler Hero and Bam out of Bayou.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, that's cool. That's see, when you overachieve, I'm feeling it, but it's not a resume boost. He
overachieved. And if you put him on a team where he doesn't have to be the end all be all. He's an upgrade from Wiggins. He's an upgrade from Kuminga.
Oh, I don't think he's an upgrade from Wiggins. No, I wouldn't say that.
He's an upgrade from Wiggins.
Not saying that.
Sorry.
When's the last time Jimmy Butler was an All-Star? Let me dig into this data. When's the last time Jimmy Butler was an All-Star?
When they went to the finals? When he wanted to be an All-Star?
Oh, so he's got to want to be. Okay. I don't know. I like his game. I like where he came from and how he has improved. I don't even know if his game matches Golden State style.
It doesn't, but nobody's game. Giannis' game don't match. Giannis' game don't match our style.
Yeah, it does.
No, it does not.
How you feel? How you feel?
Because he's down. He doesn't play off the ball. He's downhill.
Yeah, we need some downhill. We need some clear out Curry, get downhill.
Yeah, but you can clear out Curry with Jimmy Butler and still get downhill. So don't.
Okay, you get to the playoffs and you're
playing. And guess what? He can do guess what he can do what Giannis can't do? Hit a mid-range shot.
We don't need mid-range. We got other people for that. Yeah.
You want Giannis.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
He delivers.
Giannis' game doesn't match our play style.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying this. When you get to the playoffs and you're playing Joker, Embiid.
You won't be playing Embiid. Don't worry about that.
I agree. But when you're playing a big, what does Jimmy Butler do for you?
You put a big out on the switch.
Oh no, bro! Come on, man.
He can take the big. He can take the big to the rim.
We can have a 7-game. Now, could I get Jimmy and a little something? Can I get Jimmy and a power forward? Can I get Jimmy and now we're talking.
I mean, I get you saying Miami's problem is that Bam's only big and he's not a banging big. He got exposed by Jokic. He got exposed. He got exposed last year in the play-in when Jimmy wasn't playing.
Mm-hmm.
That Miami team goes how Jimmy Butler goes, and I don't care how much ownership Pat Riley want to say Bam's our future hero, whatever you want to do. Your success runs through Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but when you come to the Bay, nobody's running through Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, even better. So if you have a player who be humble and sacrifice himself, but still play with a dog to get that championship.
Big Jon, if Jimmy Butler goes to the Bay, I'm on the ground and I'm knocked out.
You're telling me you can win a championship with Harrison Barnes and Andrew Wiggins as your 3-man, and you couldn't do it with Jimmy Butler?
Well, at that point, you had Klay Thompson in his prime.
Okay, you got Buddy Hield.
No, that's not. No.
You got another 3-point shooter. You got Buddy Hield.
You compare Buddy Hield to Klay Thompson now. You can never compare Buddy Hield to prime Klay Thompson.
I'm not comparing him to prime Klay Thompson. I'm comparing Buddy Hield now to what your team does. What's Buddy Hield shoots the 3?
No.
Shot.
Right now he's doing it every third game. Oh, we need that consistency, but I need you to be chopped.
But I'm over advocating for my guy Jimmy Butler, and hitting the stone wall right now.
Yeah, and I'm telling him Jimmy Butler doesn't fit Golden State's play style, and he's not leading them anywhere. He will be a player on the team, and if you bring him in, you're gonna need more than that. But wouldn't you want to see Curry play with a big one day, like a real dominant big?
Yeah, I'm a new coach.
I think even with that coach, that talent together is a now I can play more minutes and do less while I'm out there.
Okay, we agree to disagree on this.
Yeah, Jimmy needs to go to Houston.
Why?
So he can get put out early. We're trying to roast the championship.
That team again, he could play for Udoka, but that team already has.
They need leadership.
They need leadership, but you got to get rid of Brooks. You're going to end up losing Jalen Green, so it's going to be what it's going to be.
Hannah Hidalgo,
she balling.
She is.
Well, we got to get to the WA. Let me be right back real quick.
Yep. Hannah Hidalgo is balling. Uh, 24.6 points per game. I mean, she was nice last year. Her and Juju are going to be a problem. Just get ready. And watch your name. You know, it might be some names you talk about now you're not talking about. Machado, thanks for being here. What's up, FD Big Jon? Rock is going to win the NBA Cup. You think so? I can't really dispute that one. That's just a thing. That cup is something I don't know who's going to win that until they win it. So you're saying the Rockets are going to get by OKC now? That's going to be a game. Peyton Pritchard cards. Let's leave that one. Let's save that one for when Big Jon comes back. Buckets or money, Jimmy.
Buckets and the G stand for gets.
Okay. Brendan Ryan says Peyton Pritchard cards.
Shows I've been to up here, don't see any. This is prime Celtics territory. If you're a Celtics fan, buy them up. I'm pretty sure they're pretty cheap. I don't see them at shows though. I don't see anybody talking about them. Honestly, if it's not Tatum around here in New England, I don't see anybody talking about any other Celtics cards.
Where's Debo dropping balls? I had high hopes for Debo. How you come to the game in all leather? Drop balls. How's that work?
That Cadillac getting to him. He become Hollywood, as they call it, because he's not the same ball he was back in USC in college.
Why is that? Debo,
I think he doesn't have to run routes better. He doesn't because they're gonna put him in the backfield for 20 plays, for 20 other 6.
I think that messed up his career. I've said that. I think that messed up his career. Putting him in the backfield as a running back, injured, hurt, messed him up.
Yeah,
that's Shanahan, man. Yeah, he's trying to spawn his coffee company, man. Look what he's on.
Big face coffee.
He went into the bubble. He's paying $20 a cup. Came out. Trying to get paid. He is a podcaster. Definitely looks distracted. Purdy hitting him over the middle.
I mean, what's up with all these wide receivers whining about not getting the ball while the team is winning?
Well, because now it's all about you, man. It's all about that, social media hype. And some money, did probably some incentive in your contract, and
I just I think a lot of these NFL teams have a real life any given Sunday going on.
and nobody's talking about Christian McCaffrey anymore.
Injured again.
I know, but nobody's still talking about it? Coffee has always been a moneymaker. Interesting. Because people need to wake up in the morning. We never really talk about, this is probably too deep for this conversation, I don't know. But we never really talk about the effects of coffee on the cardiovascular system. I don't hear about that. It's doing something. It's all about, quote unquote, me now. Taking sports serious is over. But what about if you could have gave T.O. social media? Or gave Randy Moss social media? Or gave Andre Rison social media?
I think T.O. would have been worse. I think Randy would have been fine.
I really don't think, this is the thing we should get into. I really don't think T.O. was bad. I think T.O. was coupled with the worst quarterback for T.O.
Yeah.
You know Donovan from Chicago?
Yeah.
We played against Donovan in high school.
Donovan from Chicago, Donovan is also soft.
But Donovan likes to talk that talk.
Yeah.
You know this. And when you run up against a dude like T.O., who's one of the best ever to play his position, you can't talk that talk to him.
Yeah. But why'd you get ran out of San Francisco? Why'd you get ran out of Dallas?
Did he really get run out of San Francisco? Or did he leave?
Okay. T.O.
Well, you know T.O.'s personality is not going to make it in Dallas.
No. So with T.O. in Philly, my only problem with that was him saying he got them to the Super Bowl when he didn't play any playoff games other than the Super Bowl. Like, you didn't get them there. They got there without you. You didn't play.
Yeah, but what was the record of the season, though?
That was a good record. It was number one seed.
And the man came out there with a broken leg. When he came out with a broken leg, Big Jon, tell you the truth, at the time, he can say whatever he wants to say.
Yeah.
And the game he had?
No. All due respect for playing the game leg. As I said, that was my only problem with like not acknowledging the rest of the playoffs, but the Super Bowl. But again, Donovan, he messed that last series up, and he never take ownership for it.
When's the last time Donovan was in shape?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk about this here and there.
When the last time one of Donovan's teammates said something positive about him?
We talking about defense too.
Yeah, nobody.
I got a clip. Freddie Mitchell was just on IG Live with T.O. earlier this week. I was sick. On Tuesday, I'm in the bed and I catch Freddie Mitchell. I'm gonna post it tonight. Freddie Mitchell talking to T.O. about Donovan McNabb.
No way.
He really wasn't a leader. He been on the team, and I think T.O. was the person that was vocal about what the rest of these guys think.
Yeah. Well, you hear Shady McCoy and what's the other one?
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. Say, like, how you gonna say I don't deserve to be a Pro Bowler for receiver and for kick return?
Yeah, special teams.
And I'm your wide receiver. You don't tell supposed to be a wide receiver, and I'm your wide receiver.
Like, he's walked around saying he's a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that was not a Hall of Famer.
No.
In the passing generation, no. Y'all copying that Caitlin Clark Time magazine? Start grading.
I am going to try to get one this week or two. I've already reached out to my book, so like, y'all got those in yet? I'm trying to give you one or two.
I will not be copying. No copy.
I'm gonna get one or two. I've been watching bits and pieces of her interview. It's a good interview about her, right? And I genuinely believe she believes what she's saying.
This is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we make statements when it's edited and this goes through the editor? It goes through this person, that person. You know how many steps it go? Any article goes through before it's published.
Right.
Why don't you do an interview and say that?
They did a sit-down interview.
Okay. Where's it at? Have you seen it?
I've seen bits and pieces online. Yeah, I've been watching bits and pieces online.
Did you see her make these revolutionary statements?
I think it was athlete statements because she's defending the statements and people asking questions about those statements.
No, I'm talking about I want to see the interview when the words come out your mouth. Why don't we ever see that?
But to your point, with the social media age, you could have any point in time in the season.
Yeah, why not?
Came out and said,
why not?
Hey. I mean, you've seen, but again, Paige Beckers said it at the ESPYs, live on TV, live on camera, 2, 3, 4 years ago.
That's right.
And she has this privilege to play because, and to their credit, there's only 3 white WNBA players who you can consider all-time greats, right? Rebecca Lobo, Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird. Name another one. I can give you one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In the WNBA, they're the minority.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to keep it strictly on race, not even talk about sex and all other stuff, right? They're the minority. And so you've only seen 3 greats in the 25 years. Rebecca Lobo, Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. Right? You can't... You see some good ones. You got some good ones now with the Sabrinas, Caitlin Clarks. You know, you got some coming with the Paige Beckers, Haley Van List when they get there. That can be good. But you don't have greats. You know, you got a lineage of great black players in the WNBA from Cynthia Cooper, Shora Supes, Maya Moore, you know, Candace Parker, so forth and so forth. So, is Angela Reese underrated? No, she is overrated.
So we disagree on this. I wouldn't say she's underrated. I think she's a better player than people give her credit for. But what I would like her to do, it's just me though. I know people don't do their thing. I just don't know if you can come out after 1 year and have a podcast and start talking to this and that. And maybe people now think that's their marketing program. I don't know. She had a stylist on that told her that she needs to wear different clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Did they talk about that before that? There's just some things that just like some people believe she was flirting with a recent guest. Maybe this is all marketing to them. I don't know.
Oh.
But I would actually like to see people do something before they start like a podcast. Well, if you're a professional athlete and you just came out of college and you didn't have any downtime, like you went from college to the pros, hurt your wrists. I don't know. I see other players, they're not doing all that. Do you think Juju Watkins? I would be shocked if Juju Watkins comes out and after her rookie year, she has a podcast.
So, I'm talking about on the court. She is overrated, right? She misses too many shots point blank at the rim. I don't care how many double doubles you get.
That's a lot of players. That's a lot of players.
Well, I've said this at the beginning of the year. WNBA's problem is they don't know how to hit layups going full speed. As a whole, Caitlin Clark included, they miss a lot of full speed layups.
But see, I think are you comparing the WNBA to the NBA?
No, I'm not comparing. I'm telling you what I'm watching. I've seen breakaway Nobody around me. I'm going full speed, or somebody 2 steps behind me, and I can't hit a layup going full speed.
But I'm asking you, where do they go full speed and hit layups?
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing that in college basketball. That's not in the NCAA tournament where people are running full speed, hit layups in a women's game. Not like the men's game. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I think it's just a part of the game. Like we don't see a lot of dunking. It's part of the game. We see more knee injuries. Part of the game.
Okay. Let me see. Let's see what this compilation got. I ain't even watched this yet, but I'm gonna put it up. Nobody around you, and you missed the layup in the All-Star game, right there.
Hold on. Let me pull this up.
Am I on the screen?
Yeah.
Nobody there. You missing the layup.
Yeah.
This is that was a little contested, but like it didn't even hit. I'm okay with missed jump shots. You miss jump shots at all levels,
Especially in the NBA.
Yeah. We know they miss jump shots in the NBA. See, I'm okay with stuff like that because you're not full speed and you're trying to make a move. Nobody. I don't know what they were doing now. Why are you trying to do that?
I think she thought she was alley-ooping at someone.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not even gonna pick on. Like, I'm okay with the ball handling in the WNBA. I'm okay with the jump shots. It's literally the missed layups is my. I think if teams that can improve their layups will score 20 more points a game.
Yeah, probably so. But I think that's big. I just think that's bigger than injuries.
Oh, that's why I didn't go for Angel Reese low light cups. I think it's bigger than her because I watched a lot of WNBA this year. Elena Delle Donne is Australian, I believe, not white, but still, she's still not an all-time great.
No, she's not. Angel Reese just need a jump shot. It's coming. At least that's what the shooting film like, and then that's a good segue into Zion because we've seen a lot of film on Zion telling us who he is. And Charles says, I think it's time to talk about Zion being the next Greg Oden. To me, I keep saying this, he is Blake Griffin.
I think it's time to talk about Zion being the next Jamarcus Russell.
But for real. This I keep saying this. What's going on with him? Let's just put down facts, people. You paid $200-something million. You're 20-something years old. You blew out your shoe at Duke. What's troubling you to where you don't take your craft seriously? You don't want to eat right? There's something going on. That's why it's hard for me to when I make statements about Zion, I'm not making fun of him. I'm just speaking facts. Because it's hard. You got a picture posing. Bro, how many NBA greats are in the Wendy's drive-thru, man? Posing for a picture.
I feel like with the NBA, you're either Kobe Bryant level of dedication, or you're completely aloof to what needs to be done. You just clocking in and clocking out like it's a 9 to 5.
Check dog out.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you pose for that?
And you can't say, "Oh, he just young kid." And what is he? 24 now?
This is his whole career right here, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is his whole career. And then also, I get into how do people move around? Y'all may say, FC, man, what the hell are you talking about? What do you own right now? But how do people move around? Okay, let me just pull up something that I've never searched for before. And I look at this. I used to look at this on players I played against.
But here's the thing with Zion, right? Zebo was bigger. Memphis Grizzlies Zebo was bigger than Zion is now, and was still healthy. And was still was able to play, and still was able to put up big numbers. You are your size and are still one-dimensional.
Okay, let me just show you this. And this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Now, I'm telling you, to me, it's a proven fact. You know, playing a sport, watching people, you tell me this doesn't matter, I don't believe you.
Shape. You get in shape to play basketball. They're totally different. And, you know, that is not, you know, he's a great skilled player, but that is not basketball shape. And they're talking about he's 2-3 weeks. That's not 2-3 weeks away. I don't know when that footage, I don't know if it's tonight. I think it was on or Saturday night. That's not a 2 weeks away ready body for the NBA. That's not the guy that we've seen flying through the air with the greatest of ease either. And so, you know, he does have to.
Somebody down in New Orleans got to be a grown person. Like Moses was my grown person. Somebody got to say, yo, man, you got to get in shape. We can't win without you.
Maybe it's Valanciunas.
Yeah.
That's not 2-3 weeks away. No.
Yeah, let me take this back. There's footage here of Zion working out.
Okay, so that's the action that's happening tonight. Not your guys' attention, and I'd like to see it now. So this is Zion warming up. We don't have him. It could be another 2-3 weeks, but Chuck, you had a visceral reaction to this.
It looked like me and Shaq had a baby. What they gonna do?
My people, do you see how he's walking and moving?
Yeah, that's gingerly. You can't even get all the way down in that stance.
I think the way his knees and feet are positioned. This is not athletic, people. This is not agile. This is not
fluid. So this is Zion warming up. We don't have him. It could be another 2-3 weeks, but Chuck, you had a visceral reaction to this.
It looked like me and Shaq had a baby.
It's not happening, man.
I'd like to see Zion run a suicide drill and see if he can actually run and touch the floor.
There's nothing. I'm just telling you. And people will argue me. People would, man, y'all know what he's talking about. Okay. This dude is not. It's not happening. Just not happening, man. 3 years ago, I was at the National. People were paying $15,000 for cards. It was blowing my mind. Yeah, inside the NBA, I think I'll be back, Machado. They say it's going to ESPN. That's not happening. Well, when Zion blew his foot out, the shoe at Duke, that might have been an injury problem. No, I think he did. You know, he's got a lot of stuff going on, man. And then there's some other stuff going on that has nothing to do with the court. He's in gumbo mode. might be in F it mode. But why would he be? Why would somebody pay you $200 million? Do you not like playing basketball? Do you want to be seen as more than a basketball player? Are there some other things that's on your mind? Goat says Wiseman is a top 10 bust of all time. I've never seen that list. Show me that list. I'm gonna challenge you, Goat. Sit over that list, so pull it up.
Y'all just like getting FD riled up.
I'm not riled up. These statements mean nothing. We're talking about Zion, and then whenever we get to talking about Zion, somebody brings up Wise or someone else. It doesn't mean anything. Or when I get to talking about Luka, somebody starts talking about Shea. It doesn't mean anything. We're still on Zion. And if you purchase Zion cars or did anything, seeing that man walk around like that and thinking that you had something, you got to write your own comment. FD got to take a pic of that comment. We should. Big Jon, let's take a pic of this comment. My people know I do this. Big Jon, we got to smile on this. Yeah, there we go. That was classic. The Eye of the Tiger syndrome. Money makes you soft. I think it's bigger. And I started thinking about Zion because I feel like his career is already over. I hate to say that. And I started thinking about what is he going to do with his life after basketball? Because at this point, if you're Zion, are you going to come sit down in the game? Or do you want to be far away from the sport? Of Zion, he might not like the job no more. That's what I'm thinking. He probably doesn't even want to be a basketball player. Yeah. A lot of these guys do not want, and girls do not want to do that anymore.
Well, the problem with Zion now is that he's got a baby on his way, and guess what? If it goes left and they actual child support, they're gonna go off what you make as an NBA player, not what you make because you don't like playing in NBA no more.
True. Machado, I think you said something about the die cut. Yeah, I've seen them. They hold your cars up. I think it was a W. These are the things that PSA does that shows people that they're listening to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it stacks. It stacks. It stacks. It's brand equity. It's equality. Who wants to see a slab? I don't even have anything. Who wants to see a slab where your card is tilted?
I say, do I have a die cut slab in here somewhere? I do. Stick y'all with me real quick.
You got something?
Yeah. Let me see. No, that's a holiday. No. No, I thought I had one. No, that's Jordan Miller.
I can't.
I had a Jordan Miller die cut somewhere in here, but I don't.
I can't even find a picture of one.
Huh?
I can't find a picture of one. It's interesting. Is the Miller Ball back yet?
No. Rumor has it that when I've seen it is that he'll be a good fit in LA. I mean, San Antonio.
That won't work. I heard about San Antonio. I don't even see that working. You see that work?
Nope.
Why not? Why not? Why don't you see it work?
Too much of an experience.
Too much of an experience. What do you mean?
Too much inexperience.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You got one me guy and Wimby seems like a team guy.
Yep.
Wimby doesn't seem like a me guy.
Yep.
And Wimby's ball dominant because he's he's a KD player center.
What do you see LaMelo Ball going where it's a positive, where he enhances people?
Nowhere.
Oh!
Put him and Trae Young in the same Saying
Big Jon, he's averaging 27 points a game. He's throwing dimes.
And you're losing because you don't play defense. You get them for 27, but you give up 34.
That's the stat no one talks about. What's up with Luka? He looks like he's physically struggling on the court. Do you see him in the last game?
I ain't seen him last game. I've seen him in a couple games.
It looks like he was physically struggling on the court.
Same as Zion. He come in there overweight every year.
You know, I'm still holding out. I don't think Luka's ever going to win a championship.
Look, as from two bigger guys who played sports, like you cannot, like I would not dare go out and play in the annual Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl anymore. If this out of shape, I played like 7-8 years ago, and freaking almost threw up after 5 plays.
I can tell you this: I was 34 years old. What was I? Hold on, how old was I? I think I was 33, 34 years old. This is when I knew my life had changed. We're here in LA at Thanksgiving. I'm at a friend's house. His roommate and his roommate's girlfriend starts talking a little smack about some tag football. I got a plate in my hand. I'm like, what? Put the plate down. Let's go play. So we go up to the local high school. Field is trash. I didn't care. When I was younger, I didn't care what the field looked like. It got in it. I don't care. So I go out on the field, man. We're playing, and I'm juking people and moving around and having fun and this, that, and the other. Then I go to play defense on a pass play, and I'm backpedaling, and I step in a debit, and I can hear my foot pop. I still remember this feeling. And it was like, let's see if I can show here. It was like this, the top of my foot, off to the side. That thing popped, man. I looked down. I started walking around in a circle. People ask me, what's wrong with you? It's like, something's wrong with my foot. And you have shoes and socks on, and you feel your foot swelling. You can just feel it. Just swelling up. Man, I play a few more plays. I get to the side. I look down. I can see that my foot is swelling. Man, I go home, and I'm all about immediate treatment from like playing a sport before. So I do contrast, hot, cold. I take Tylenol. I'm thinking, man, I get up in the morning, no problem. Bro, I got up in the morning. I couldn't put weight on that thing. And I worked a job at the time where I was always on my foot, always on my feet, always moving around. Walking.
I'm injured.
Bruh. Took a few days off. Like, I'm thinking I'm laying in the bed like this has never happened to me. Father time's undefeated. This has never happened. I used to pop up. We go play basketball, do whatever. This has never happened. I go to the doctor. They put my x-rays up, man. And I thought my foot was broke. And they told me that the sprain I had was probably worse than a foot break because it takes longer to heal when you have soft tissue stuff going on. So it took 8 to 10 weeks for that thing to get back to normal. Like, it took about 2 weeks for me to be, about 4 weeks, about a month, for me to be able to walk without a limp. Because I couldn't flex my foot. I couldn't, let me get this. I couldn't
walk flat-footed. So
I had to walk flat-footed. So I remember the day that I was out, and I'm at retail, and I'm moving around, and my foot popped, man, like a knuckle. I was just standing, man, it felt so much better. It took months for that to happen. And after that, it started feeling normal again. I remember the first time after that, I went running one day, and I felt I was just and lower extremity.
Here I come,
bro. Lower extremity issues, man.
But it's like when I was a kid, they used to say I played like I had nothing to live for, like just reckless, throw my body out. Last time I tried to play football, 5-6 plays in, I am on the sideline hurling up breathless. Like, oh, I can't do this no more. This is done.
Dude, I remember at 29, we were in school and we went to the rec center and played some engineering kids in basketball. And we had a guy on our team that was in school that he was on the bench. Very good player, but he was on the bench doing when the 5-5 was at Michigan. But that day with us, he was Michael Jordan, right? Shooting threes, dunking. I think he windmilled one time. He's doing all kinds of no-look passes, all kinds of stuff. We're on the engineering kids, though. So, and I'm not saying anything about engineering, but these weren't the most athletic people on the court. But we're running and playing and having fun. And I can remember being so tired in that game from just running the court as fast as I could that I felt like, man, am I about to pass out or can I get another breath in? I'm probably not doing that now.
And that's the difference, right? Basketball shape is a whole different type of stamina and breathing.
Yes, that's why you have some of these young guys that have issues. Very strenuous on your body. Very serious. Big Jon, what's those Jamie
Hawkins? I didn't grade them because after inspecting them, they had all print lines on the back, and I was not sending them PSA. So they just somewhere up in the stash.
He's averaging 8 a game. He's averaging 8 a game this season, almost 9.
Oh, even better. I didn't waste my money grading them.
Last year he was averaging 12. I wonder what's happening on that team, but his production has dropped. His minutes has dropped 7 minutes a game. I wonder what's going down. I expect him to have a big sophomore season. Yeah, Father Time is undefeated. Yeah, we play football on the street. We ain't care either. Our bodies change. Our jobs take a lot out of us. Once Luka said he ain't playing long, that blew me. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, I don't think he's over. I still say this guy's not winning a championship. I don't care what if people look at me and think I'm strange. Luka's strange. He's not in shape. Wasn't in shape last year. Wasn't in shape the year before that. Went to the playoffs. And I always say this: every tournament that comes up, he finds a way to get out of that tournament. It could be World Basketball Championship. It could be the Olympics. It could be an NBA Cup. You know Luka's not going to be involved at the end. You don't see a competitive guy on the court trying to get something done. You just don't. And there's a video of a guy playing like Luka. Let me see if I can find this thing.
So what's the odds we get Luka and Jokic playing on a team together before they are severely past their primes?
Probably never happen. But you want to play with Luka if you Joker?
They besties.
Okay.
I mean, if anything's going to get something more out of them, it would be Jokic.
That is true.
Brendan, yeah, I know PSA has gym cards with print lines, but just my luck, they'll come back a PSA 5. So I'd rather not risk it, especially the risk was worth the reward.
I can't even find the video. There's a guy playing just like Luka. I remember when I first said that Luka never won a championship. Man, I got blew up. Man, that thing looking real clear right now.
Mm-hmm.
Looking real clear. I doubt
ain't you?
Black Labels will survive this one. What you say?
So you looking like Nostradamus, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a few other things I'm gonna be right on as well. LaMelo Ball's coming up. Ain't happening. Then we're gonna creep on into Anthony Edwards leading the team. We're waiting on Curry and LeBron teaming up. Y'all think that's gonna deliver something?
Some headaches for Steve Kerr that he don't want to deal with.
Yeah, I don't. It's like you go to high school with somebody, you live with them freshman year, and then you find out what they're really about. I don't know about that. I don't, but I think Big Jon was buying some.
I was buying some in my preseason prospecting of NBA. I was buying cheap, select, ringside, Heine, the Thompson twins, some Brzezinski, some Brandon Millers. So I was doing a little prospecting.
I wonder why he's playing 7 less minutes. That's significant.
That's very significant.
Very much so. I'd almost forgot about Heine.
Do some more.
Make sure I'm not missing anything. So Cam Ward, we'll see what he does. He said he's going to try to throw the lights out. We'll see. Colorado plays BYU. Very interesting.
I mean, this is a successful year for Coach Prime.
Yeah, extremely successful. I saw all the haters slide back into the woodwork.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anybody. Anybody out here? Where they at? I haven't seen them. Slide back in. Come out next year. See you in August. And watch the team that he brings out next year. Or the team that he recruits. It's gonna be one. What do you think, Big Jon? You think Coach Prime's come back to Colorado?
I hope so. I genuinely hope so.
What'd your gut tell you?
My gut tell me he's coming back.
I don't believe it till I see it. I think he has something else he's trying to do. He about to go see a little something.
I truly believe that he thinks he knows his message is best received at the college level.
Speaking of that, Bill Belichick goes to North Carolina. Father coached at North Carolina years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's going to make that program a portal to the NFL.
So, Belichick, did you see all the surroundings of this? Him going to UNC?
What he got?
He basically gave them a couple 100-page Bible of what he wanted, what he envisioned, and how this should work. Where now the school has a general manager for college football. He has a separate coaching team and a separate recruiting team.
Yeah, he said he's going to make this a business.
Mm-hmm.
Producing players. Now, what players are now going to North Carolina?
I don't know, but in that you got the whole NFL failures of coaches are gonna be at because I think Matt Patricia is on this as coaches to be. Did you know McDaniels has a brother who's a coach?
I did not.
Ben McDaniel, the receiver coach in Texas. He's coming to be the offensive coordinator. So this is if you guys are, if anybody's mad or want to get mad at Dion for deciding where Shiloh, Travis, and Shedeur go in the NFL, this is Bill Belichick and friends coming down to UNC.
Yeah.
This is Bill Belichick and the crew.
But do you think you're going to hear the same thing about this?
No.
Did about Colorado?
No. This is Bill Belichick and the crew coming of people who he trusts and who he's had success with. This ain't we're not gonna go and hire a new staff and interview five. No, I'm bringing Machado with me, Nathan, Brendan, Dom, FD. These are their jobs. This is what you're going. This is what you're going to pay them.
Yes.
Right. This is what you're going to pay them and everything.
North Carolina probably said, "Please lay out, sir, what you would like, and we will accommodate."
So, and supposedly, him, McDaniels, and a couple more people met every week on Zoom and discussed teams and organizations and how to fix them on a weekly basis.
Okay.
And when he looked at, he said that the Bears is the best job opener, but they more than likely wouldn't have any interest in him because they want an offensive-minded coach for Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing, and how old you are, why don't you just go out and do this service as a consultant service for multiple universities and teams and make millions of dollars like that?
He probably wants to still be in the trenches. He's making. Hold on. How long is this contract with North Carolina?
I don't know.
I think it's 5 years. And he's making a crazy amount of money a year. Machado says Prime is headed to Dallas. I don't think he's going back to North Carolina. I've been talking about, Colorado. I've been talking about this for a few weeks now. I think when Prime says we finish, we're playing in the bowl game because we finished what we started, he's also included in that conversation.
I mean,
any sleepers that surprised you this season so far?
None.
Nah, I think we knew who was coming back. We talked about this early in the season, who was coming back, even before the season started, and what we thought. The East was going to be the East, as it was last year.
But even from prospecting players, the people you thought were going to have a better sophomore year, like B-Pods, like Jaime Jaquez, are not doing well. The people who had the hype, like the Keontae Georges, the Thompson twins, ain't doing nothing.
Nope. Jonathan Kuminga's about to get traded. You heard it here. You probably heard it other places, but you damn sure heard it here. Big Jon, about to get traded.
To where?
Whoever's taking him. Might be a city in the Midwest.
Who do you want?
Giannis. Anything less than that, you're playing games.
So is Giannis or nothing?
Yeah, if you want to chill. Who else you bringing in? You put Giannis with Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
Problems, bro. It's problems for the whole league.
I just want to know who is ringing OKC's phone for these picks.
OKC is at a precipice right now that they're going to fumble the bag or they're going to win a chip. I'm telling you, they could easily fumble this whole situation and Shea will be someplace else. Shed is already hurt and will be hurt again, and Wemby's on his way. I'm Telling you, it's coming. I lean on history. Lean on it. Have you ever seen a 7'4" guy have a very long career? No. Just like Zion. I lean on it. You ever seen a guy that big with no jump shot?
Zebo.
Okay. And now we got hamstring pulls after hamstring pulls after hamstring pulls. But hey, some people think,
someone has to break the mold. That's right, Brendan.
Brendan, let me ask you this question. When's the last time you saw somebody break that mold? Throw a name in the chat when the mold was broke and tell me what mold they broke. Go ahead and holler at me now. Because I don't want to just be up here talking.
Oh.
Yeah, this will be a movie. Well, there's an 8th grader right now. There's a senior in high school, a junior in high school. That Bill Belichick is going to make a superstar. Could you imagine Bill Belichick 6 Super Bowl rings with the Patriots? Some more with the Giants shows up. Hold up. Yeah, see, crickets. Again, what was the statement here? Someone has to break the mold. I haven't heard anything.
But being in the sports cars, any product anybody excited coming out for the end of the year or beginning of next year? I don't think there's anything I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Nate. But that's not a 4th, 5th round. That's not a 4th or 5th pick. That's not what you're looking for. So did you hear about there was a player on the 49ers that refused to go in the game in the 3rd quarter to replace the guy who tore his knee up, Greenlaw?
I didn't see that.
Probably wanted his boy to play. Can't make those moves though. To break the mold is going to take championships. No. That was a statement. No. I asked who was a 7'4" player who had a long career. I won championship. There isn't one. But we believe though. We believe. I wonder why we believe them. Maybe
be positive.
No, it's not being positive. That's almost. What's the proper word? That's
wishful thinking.
Mark Eaton. Come on now, Nate. Come on, bro. I love me some Mark Eaton. Was Mark Eaton over 7'4"? Nate been in his Google search. Rest in peace, Mark Eaton. So if Wemby's Mark Eaton, I tip my cap to you. That's the closest answer that we will ever have. I need Monopoly to drop the collab with LeBron. People, these Monopoly cards. Come on now. I remember forget that first drop. People are very excited about that. But their bills don't look like they would hold up. They don't. And they won't.
To Nathan's point, Houston has surprised me being 17-8. Like I don't think they can hold up, but that's number 4 defense in the league. So
Curry, MJ, LBJ can all be considered to be mold breakers, but they didn't mean reason. I take the point. No, I'm just talking about a 7-4 guy running around for 10, 15 years.
We still haven't seen a triple auto.
No
word, nothing on that.
You're not? That's what that.
Nothing on it. Privately sold.
You're not.
Was it a chance that somebody got it and actually wanted to keep that card?
If I would have it, I'm gonna tell you right now. If I had that card, I would be holding it right now, and you would know I had it. And I'm probably that person that has it.
You'd be holding it. You wouldn't just sell it and keep your name out of it. Like here go and sell it.
Not right now. No, I would have held that probably into next year or something. Got to let that thing simmer and then sell it and buy some Currys ready. There's a lot of people out there, man. They're not into this. Not the cards. It's the regular board game, but King James edition. It teases it when they drop his Monopoly edition shoes. I'm not tight on LBJ knowledge. I'm sorry. I did see a person today wearing LBJ shoes. That was the first in a while. We haven't seen that Steph Curry Topps Chrome Super Refractor either. I think somebody has that, just not Topps. So somebody walked up on a national with me with a gray border Bowman out of 50 that I'd never seen before. I think it was a BGS 8.5. I'd never seen that card. Still have a picture of it. What a rest. What the other 49? Definitely I talked about in content. And some of the people I know that have the biggest cars are not in content. But Big Jon, we should probably get off here, man. I think we covered most of our big topics.
Yeah, now you got me looking up Curry cards on Fanatics Select, trying to see what's out there.
Yeah. I mean, you got every once in a while, you got to search that greatness down. But number 5's coming, Big Jon. Bet that Curry Superpowers doesn't surf until he retires. True. I wouldn't be popping up with it. IFD drop an updated PC collection video for Christmas. We're gonna do some other stuff for Christmas. Look out for some stuff. I'm thinking about some things.
Yeah, I gotta drop a pickup video sometime this week.
I should.
Coming in.
PC collection video for Christmas. Might do that. Shadow, you always come with it.
All right, everybody.
Bravo, fellas, Nate. I appreciate you, brother. Always. We all need a Curry in the collection. You need a couple of them. We're talking about greatness, people.
Just a little bit of them, you know.
Just a little bit of greatness. Live stream excellence. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. Appreciate Big Jon. You got a YouTube?
Yeah. I got videos. Got some, got some grilling stuff on there, and got some mail day pickups. I'm trying to, do what we said last week and be consistent. We're putting out some content on YouTube.
That's what it's all about, man. Have fun. You gotta have fun with stuff. And I always try to be true to myself and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about
have fun. I got a bunch of Roman Reigns cards coming in, some stuff. So I got some greatness on the wrestling side coming in. So I got to put out show the people.
I got a Curry card to send in. 2 Curry cards to send in between January and March. We'll see who they come back as.
I actually might try to send some stuff to PSA through GameStop. We might try it.
Okay, try it. You should record that. Step by step. That'd be fun to see. Machado says, love y'all, man. Let's keep going. We plan to. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Me need some Lola Vice cards. Big Jon.
I got a couple of those NXT rookies too, Machado.
Is that wrestling?
That's wrestling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big John's a consultant.
Is very marketable.
Nate said, what's the name of your channel, man?
Big Jon Collectors Cards. Right there on YouTube. Keep it all.
Check them out.
Keep it all there.
You got any Trish, man?
No. I'm actually looking for a John Cena rookie. So I've been using this free trial of Card Ladder and looking up wrestling cards. And there's a Royal Rumble John Cena rookie. That's pretty nice. And it's really low pop, like under 25 as a PSA 10. Yes, 13 as a PSA 10 for the base card as a grade. So I'll show you to you, I'll show you to FD.
Okay.
Before we get off.
There's a question. You got any wrestling figurines?
I got one. I have a oversized Rey Mysterio in my closet. I collect a lot of different things. I keep a lot of different things. Well, this right here, this John Cena rookie, is what I'm looking for. Pop 13 in a PSA 10, $1,500. It's not a bad raw. I think it's like 50. So I'm just searching eBay for a good solid raw copy.
Okay.
The greatest wrestler of all time.
I'm sure that card is at the National.
I'm sure.
Put down a search on it. The National, to me, man, sometimes it can be so draining in a day because you're really looking from table to table and you don't want to miss something. Like something you're really looking for. That card could be sitting somewhere. And you walk right by it.
Oh, no. But going back to what the 49ers, Devondre Campbell walked out the game because he didn't want to play in the middle of the third quarter.
No, they said they wanted him to go in
right
to get the guy who tore his knee up in the Super Bowl to come out. He refused to do that.
Yeah, because he said he didn't go in because he didn't want to play.
Well, I think it was could have been a situation where he didn't want his boy to come out the game.
These comments from teammates saying that was some sucker stuff. Oh, we're going to hear about that tomorrow.
I'm telling you, the 49ers are done, man. When you see this is imploding people. When you see this kind of stuff going on, that team is done. People are frustrated and tired of being in the same locker room about somebody.
This tells me that the 49ers are just strictly front runners.
They're done, man.
Well, Charles, I am not copying anything.
What's up? What's this one? Any shows? Any plans of cops? No, not really.
No. The next show is in February. I'm probably gonna go to that, but I'm gonna be making moves to. I got a lot going on next year with just family stuff. I'm gonna be making moves that's gonna help me with that. Getting ready for cruise in June. Got a graduation in May. So I got plans to go places this summer. So my buying is going to be strictly, meaningful. It's even to the point where I won't be picking up as many $5 and $10 undercards. So I'm probably gonna either go strictly treating it as a business or strictly treating it as a PC. And if I treat it as a PC, a lot of things I just won't need to have. I don't have to have until I have to have it. And if I treat it as a business, 95% of stuff is going right back out the door. I still have. I made my goals for next year. I still want to do a show, in-person show. I still want to do that, and then I want to do a whatnot stream. So those are my 2 hobby goals. That as far as to continue experiencing the hobby, I haven't made anything goals about what I want to pick up, but that's still to come. I still got 2 weeks to get those goals written down and go after that.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yes. Setting up at a show is the only goal this year that I didn't hit. I had everything else I wanted to do. So
I'd love to hear your feedback when you set up everything.
Huh? Yeah.
I'd love to hear your feedback. I think you have a fun. I think you have a blast.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear. You know what's funny?
What?
I didn't hear a lot about. Margaret Eaton was a good one, and I didn't hear anything back from the ghost person on Heisman.
Nah.
This is interesting how that works, isn't it?
Hey, some people shy. They only got one comment in them because they don't hear the truth when you hear it. When you come back at them.
I'm gonna do my ghost dance. Big Jon, before we go, let's let these people know. Man, when I was a kid in Chicago, I've heard everything a few times. I tell people all the time, you cannot trash talk me. It does not work. I am it doesn't penetrate my skin or my mind. Man. There are so many things that's going on that it's comedy to me. So I welcome people. Jump in here, throw your Wiseman comments in and a whole bunch of other stuff. It makes me laugh.
Listen, I'd have had my feelings hurt from playing the dozens.
Yes, man. I've heard it all.
From getting rejected by women. Yeah, what y'all saying and anything, and that don't bother me not one bit. And if you say something out of pocket, you got to deal with my wife, and y'all don't want that wrath.
It's all good, man. Nothing but comedy. Nothing but comedy. And most of the time with women, I never cared. So it's hard to get rejected when you don't care. I just want to cop Kobe and WNBA until I met April. Let me say that. I just want to cop Kobe and WNBA stuff. More women collectibles for me. That's good stuff. Hector, WNBA fad, in my opinion. Hector always coming in with that low hanging, that ground game coming in. I hear you, brother.
Hector, I said that about missing the layups. I don't necessarily think it's a fad, but I think you got room to improvement, and they need a new, what do you call that? Not GM. Commissioner.
Commissioner. Yeah, commissioner. Well, it's coming. FD don't play. No, I'm just,
So FD, before we get out of here, first thing come to mind when I say the Toronto Tempo.
Who is the Toronto Tempo?
That's a new WNBA franchise in Toronto that starts in 2026.
Okay.
That's their name, Toronto Tempo.
TEMPO?
Yeah. Okay. And their logo looks like the Pacers logo.
Hold on, now I gotta look this up. No, come on, hold on. Everything you said, I didn't have a problem with until I saw this logo. Is this the logo here for real?
That's the logo.
Nah, man, this looks like something from the 80s. No, it's not gonna make it. It also looks like, was there an old shoe company that had this logo? I feel like there was an old shoe company that had the stripes and the motion to the right or something.
Can't think of it.
I'm gonna have to look this up tonight.
Yeah.
Reebok. Somebody had this.
Fila?
Maybe Fila. Hold on.
Was it Fila?
Hold on. Somebody had this back in the day. No, not Fila. Reebok.
Forever I Love Atlanta.
No, it wasn't Reebok. I'll find it. It was somebody. You love Atlanta.
Fila. When I went to school in South, they said stuff for Forever I Love Atlanta.
Okay.
All the GA boys wear Fila shoes.
I hear that. New Balance. Bro.
All right, FD. Thank you guys for being out. I need to go to sleep.
Bro, they stole the New Balance logo, though.
Is the New Balance logo?
Yeah, hold on here. And this shit doesn't sit by me, bro. What the hell is that, man? They took the New Balance logo.
They put New Balance and the Pacers together.
Hey, you come on, bro. And then it looks 80-ish. I'll put a post up of this tonight. Tag you in it.
We need a commissioner. If that was the best team name and logo you could find.
It's a problem, right?
That's a problem.
Hey, I want to say all the time, I appreciate everyone for being here. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here. There was a football game tonight. We still had people in here. Appreciate you all. You don't know how much. I've appreciated Big Jon for being on here. I look forward to these conversations every week. The only reason we moved from Tuesday to today is because Tuesday I had some kind of stomach flu, some kind of something going on. So I couldn't be here, but I feel very good right now, energetic, hydrated. So thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next Tuesday after this Heisman Trophy celebration, people. And what's crazy on my TV right now is a Heisman Trophy little backdrop. It's coming, baby. Travis Hunter.
Everybody be good, chat. Thank you guys for coming.
Peace.
See y'all next Tuesday.